re-rolling. Shalom, Yahweh once again giving all praises to
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Badash.
So, I mean, did you hear about the attack that's getting ready to take place on Iran?
Yeah.
So, things is getting heated. I remember we talked about this maybe a couple weeks ago, and we were saying how they was going to attack in Iran. You know, the level of suspense was getting to them, and that was all a part of their elaborate scheme.
I feel like we talk about it every month.
Yeah, I know. So I heard the plan is to attack before the election. So it could be this weekend, it could be next weekend.
Yeah, was the election like November 6th?
November 5th, folks.
Damn, that's crazy. Time is flying.
I know, right? Remember when it was like 6 months ago? He was like, yeah. 3 months ago, he was like, yeah, the election.
We'll see what happens during the election.
See what happens.
Now we here.
So it's looking like that's what's going to happen. And then experts are saying that it's going to draw the U.S. into the land, the war. I even heard another rumor saying that if Iran, once Iran gets attacked, then the U.S. is also going to attack as well in that land area. So naturally, I would imagine that Iran would have to defend themselves. So who knows? Maybe the next thing could be like a. Sorry, guys.
You're good.
Maybe the next thing could be like a.
You
good, man.
Thank you.
So maybe the next thing could be some sort of attack on U.S. soil. You know what I'm saying? But not like you think. Maybe not like you think. You know, like missiles.
Yeah.
You know, it could be like
cyber attack.
So like a psyop. You know what I mean? But that's just, you know, speculation. Oh, and not to mention, we're still dealing with the financial turmoil that's going on, the economy, the cost of living, the fact that BRICS is having their meeting. Actually, they had it over the week, during the week.
Yeah.
BRICS had their meeting, and they was coming up with ways to get rid of the U.S. dollar. So they said the time is now. We can do this now. We just all come together. That's what they said.
Yeah. Who was spearheading the whole shit?
Yeah. So U.S. is about to get taken down. You know, this place don't got too much longer left. You know that, right?
Yeah, you're right there.
So anyway, you got a preset?
Hedges, 15 and 30.
Dominican niggas is weird.
They suspect.
Niggas is weird.
Suspect.
And then this is not, you know, Northern Kingdom next to Southern Kingdom or vice versa. I'm just calling it like it is.
Yeah.
Niggas is weird. All they do is listen to their weird music like that and wear skinny jeans.
Smoke hookah. Is he gay or is he Dominican? This is Second Ezra's chapter 15. I'm going to start at the 29th verse. Actually, I'm going to start at the 28th verse. It says, "Behold, an horrible vision, and the appearance thereof from the east, where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots, and with
The dragons of Arabia. So that's the Arab states. You know how Iran, they're really the Armenians. Yeah, the Carmanians. So that's Elon. Okay. So you have those factions over there. You have the Islamic states, and you have Elon. But you also have like Elamites that are Muslim. You know what I'm saying? And then also you have states like Turkey, where they're like mixed. They're like Edomites, but there's the Muslim. They're Islamic.
It says, where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon earth, that all they which hear them may fear and tremble. Also the Carmanians, raging in wrath, shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood.
So that's Iran. Carmanians is Iran. So this is getting ready to escalate to a world war. Understand that. So we don't know who's about to get involved next. You know what I'm saying? We don't know who's going to put their name in the hat.
It says, and with great power shall they come, and join battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians.
The land of the Assyrians. Can you tell me who the land of the Assyrians is?
I want to say America, but I know it's not. I'm trying to think. It's slipping me right now. The Russians. The Russians. Nah? Who's the Assyrians?
I mean, you can look up.
Oh, it says the Assyrians are an ethnic minority group that are the descendants of the ancient Assyrian Empire and are found in parts of modern-day Iraq, Syria, Turkey, and Iran.
Yeah. So, I mean, that could be twofold. Yeah, that could be twofold. So that could be speaking about America, or that could actually be speaking about that geographical modern-day area, land area today. Because when the gloves is off, this war goes nuclear. I mean, we have a great idea of where the destruction is going to take place and when it's going to be in Babylon and Great America. And then for two, we also know that it's going to be destruction in the Middle East, because you know how the land of Israel is going to be, pretty much a battleground.
Yeah.
So that could spread throughout the geographical countries around there. Because you also got Iraq, you got Jordan, you got Syria. I mean, I can go on and on. It's the Middle East.
Yeah.
Because, what is it, Joel chapter 2? It speaks about how they're going to be driven into a land that's barren and desolate. I mean, we can read that next.
It says, and then shall the dragons have the upper hand, remembering their nature, and if they shall turn themselves, conspiring together in great power to persecute them. Then these shall be troubled, bled, and keep silence, though their power and shall flee. Let's stop there.
We get Joel. What is that, Joel 2? Joel 2 and 20.
This is Joel chapter 2, verse 20. It says, but I will remove far off from you the northern army, and will drive him into a land barren and desolate.
So the Northern Army is the U.S. troops, because America is a part of North America. So in some cases, it can also be speaking about Russia. So that's where you have to have like the understanding. But this is speaking about America, the U.S. troops. They're going to be stretched thin over there in the Middle East. Right now, it's a proxy war.
It says, with his face toward the east sea, and his hinder part toward the utmost sea.
Face towards the East Sea. So what is that? I mean, I don't have the map in front of me right now. But what is that? It can either be the Red Sea or the Euphrates River. Not the Mediterranean. But you can keep reading.
It says, in his hinder part toward the utmost sea. and his stink shall come up.
Yeah, because there's going to be a lot of death. There's going to be a whole lot of death.
It says, and his ill savor shall come up, because he hath done great things. Fear not, O land, be glad and rejoice, for the Lord will do great things.
Matter of fact, is a bit more on that?
Yeah, I'll continue.
I was about to say, let's get deep and read Jeremiah 49. I don't think we've ever done that.
Start from the top?
You over there in Jeremiah?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, start from the top.
This is Jeremiah 49 and 1. It says, concerning the Ammonites, thus saith the Lord Yahweh.
Now stop. Now we got to do a little bit of digging. Look up the Ammonites' land on the map. If I'm not mistaken, that's modern day Jordan. Because we understand, according to the scriptures, Ammonites, the so-called Japanese, right? Because we have the table of nations. You know, we have the understanding of who the nations are today.
It says the Ammonites were an ancient Semitic speaking kingdom in the Bible that is believed to be in modern day Jordan.
Okay. So, keep going with Jeremiah from the top. Jeremiah 49.
It says, concerning the Ammonites, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, hath Israel no sons? Hath he no heir? Why then doeth their king inherit Gad, and his people dwell in his cities? Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will cause an alarm of war to be heard in Rabbah of the Ammonites. And it shall be a desolate heap, and her daughters shall be burned with fire, and shall Israel be heir unto them that were his heirs, saith the Lord.
So that burning of fire and desolation is going to come from the destruction of the missiles.
Continue.
Yeah.
It says, howl, O Heshbon, for I is spoiled. Cry, ye daughters of Rabbah. Gird you with sackcloth. Lament and run to and fro by the hedges. For their king shall go into captivity, and his priests and his princes together.
Yo, and by the way, the title or the heading of this chapter is Prophecy Against Ammon. So again, Ammon is so-called Japanese. So, I mean, in my mind, it wouldn't really make any sense for the land of Japan to be wiped out by thermonuclear destruction, to get judged in World War III. Not saying that it can't happen, but it's unlikely. So this has to be talking about the land of Jordan today, which is over there by Israel. I think it's north. I'm not so sure.
It says, wherefore glorious thou in the valleys, thy flowing valley, O backsliding daughter, that trusted in her treasures, saying, who shall come unto me? Behold, I will bring a fear upon thee, saith the Lord Yahweh, power of hosts, from all those that be about thee, and ye shall be driven out every man right forth, and none shall gather up him that wandereth. And afterward I will bring again the captivity of the children of Ammon, saith the Lord Yahweh.
Alright, that's it.
We continue on. The 7th verse. The header is prophecy against Edom. It says, concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, power of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished?
So Teman is, according to the scriptures, Germans, because the Germans are known for their cutting edge, leading technology, especially back in the early 1900s.
It says, flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of Dedan, for I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him, the time that I will visit him.
Yeah, because Esau is going to be judged for all the wickedness and atrocities that he's committed on this earth. And it starts really with this world war getting ready to take place. Because once that happens, you know, that's a fulfillment of prophecy. You know, we understand this prophecy moving along the way. And then next, you know, it's going to lead to the destruction of Babylon the Great. Because that's also prophecy. When you read Revelation 17, Revelation 18.
This is I'm gonna jump to Ezekiel 36, the 5th verse. It says, therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession.
Yeah, my land. So, according to prophecy, the Idumeans are in the land of Israel right now. And they're the ones that have complete control over it. Because if you think about it, Palestinians, they don't have no say. You know? If you look at the map, they got like a small speck of the land.
Slither.
It's like, they call it the Gaza Strip for a reason.
Slither. It says, which have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of all their heart, with deceitful minds to cast it out for prey. Prophesy therefore concerning the land of Israel, and say unto the mountains, and to the hills, to the rivers, and to the valleys, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I have spoken in my jealousy and in my fury, because ye have borne the shame of the heathen. Last verse. It says, therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh, I have lifted up mine hand surely, the heathen that are about you, they shall bear their shame.
Yep. Because they don't really, they're not the rightful people in that age.
Right.
Nobody is. Except the people on the sign over here, the Israelites, 12 tribes. That's another thing. Like, you never hear nobody reference like the tribe of Ephraim or Manasseh. Where's Reuben? Who's Naphtali?
Right.
Where they at? All you hear them talking about is like,
Judah.
yeah, Levi.
Judah. The 49 Jeremiah 49 and 10. It says, but I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled in his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not.
Yeah, because Esau is being exposed, especially now in these last days.
Right.
You know, it really should have been obvious from the beginning that this man was a maniac and a devil. However, you still got our people that are still stuck up in this system, and that they believe that voting rights is something that's going to be significant in their life. You know?
If you still believe the Son of the Heavenly Father is a so-called white man, you just an asshole. You have no knowledge at all.
Remember I asked that
late.
dude, I think it was like a couple weeks ago, he started talking about Jesus. I was like, yeah? So what color is Jesus? What did he look like? He said, it doesn't matter what he looks like. What matters is your faith in him. Something like that.
It mattered enough for them to change it. And now that you hear him say the cop out, it's like, oh, he's Middle Eastern.
That's a cop.
Whatever that
That's
means.
stupid.
Whatever that means.
You got many ethnic groups over there in the Middle East.
Right.
You even have the Cushites, like the Falashal ones, you know, the black ones. They're really, I think, from Ethiopia.
Oh yeah.
Them ones.
Yeah. Jeremiah 49.
You got Edomites. You also have Arabs, which are Ishmael. You got Elam. I mean, how many different ethnic groups you got over there? I mean, come on, let's be real. These Middle Eastern.
This is Jeremiah 49:11. It says, "Leave thy fatherless children, I will preserve them alive, and let thy widows trust in me. For thus saith the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken. And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished?"
Yeah, so that's talking about the Israelites. He wasn't supposed to, be this deep into judgment. You know what I'm saying? Be this deep into this lifestyle that we live. But we are. We had to drink the cup. So if we had to go through judgment from the Most High, what do you think is going to happen to the other nations? What do you think is going to happen to Esau especially?
It says, "Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. For I have sworn by myself, saith the Lord Yahweh, that Bozrah shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be perpetual waste."
So Basra is symbolic for Israel, not Israel, for Edom. The land of Edom, the Edomites. Which Basra is an ancient city over there in the land of Edom, actually. So you could say that scripture is twofold, you know what I'm saying? Because modern day Basra, you could say, is America. And then you also got Basra over there in the Middle East, which is really the land of Israel. And that's also going to be destroyed as well.
It says, "I have heard a rumor from the Lord Yahweh, and an ambassador is sent unto the heathen, saying, Gather ye together and come against her, and rise up to the battle. For lo, I will make thee small among the heathen, and despised among men. Thy terribleness hath deceived thee, and the pride of thine heart, O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, that holdest the height of the hill, though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, saith the Lord."
Yeah, nest as high as the eagle. They say that they went to the moon.
Right, they say that.
But you have other scientists that say that, it's not possible to break through the
Van Ashland belt, I believe it's called.
Yeah. So I mean, it can go either way with that one. But no matter, the perception is that they did go to the moon.
Van Allen belt.
Yeah. Allen. So we'll be the ones that'll be able to go to space, travel to different planets and galaxies, I suppose. You know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna have extra terrestrial bodies. We're also gonna have chariots to fly on. I mean, you see how they people film these chariot sightings nowadays. And you see how they defy physics and gravity. So you can't just have a normal human regular body and be able to ride inside of a chariot. So-called UFO.
Organs.
So your brains will be splattering your nose. Your eyes might pop up through your eyelids. You know what I'm saying?
This is Obadiah chapter 1 verse 15. It says, "For the day of the Lord Yahweh is near upon all the heathen, as thou hast done. It shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain."
Wait, thy reward shall be returned unto thine own head. So the question should be, who are the Edomites? Who's going to get paid back? Like the prophecy says. You know what I'm saying? It can't be anybody else on this earth except for Esau. And we already know who Esau is.
It says, "For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Ye, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions.
Wait, whoa. So you mean to tell me there's going to be a transfer of wealth
Yeah.
in the kingdom of heaven? Because Jake has that mindset now where it's like, yo, what are you going to do to produce generational wealth? What's the first step towards financial freedom? Well, the reality of it is, you're never going to achieve that in America. America was never set up that way. It was set up for you to work a 9 to 5, pay taxes. It wasn't set up for you to get ahead and become rich.
Because we're not in rulership. You know, everybody here, they got to pay tribute to the top wicked elite. You think the top wicked elite pays taxes and all of that? No, because they're the ones that have the power. That's why it kills me when you hear people say, "Oh, Jesus," they would say, "is coming to save everybody." What does Esau need to be saved from? They're in rulership.
You know what else grinds my gears? Jake wants everything that they can get in this world: money, land, resources, and
Fame.
fame,
They want it all.
women, husband, or whatever. You're pretty much naming the kingdom of heaven.
Exactly.
You're naming the kingdom of heaven in a roundabout way.
At least in the kingdom of heaven, everything will be in order. You could never have everything the way you want it here. It'll never happen.
Yeah, give Romans 11 and 33.
This is Romans 11 and 33. It says, "Oh, the depth of the riches, both of the wisdom and knowledge of the Most High. How unsearchable are his judgment and his ways past finding out."
So, real riches is wisdom, knowledge, and understanding from the Most High. You know, that should be your foundation. And then from there, that's when you'll achieve that physically. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, we're not doing well as a people. You know, we're destitute spiritually and mentally and financially. So,
Physically, shit.
yeah, so the end all be all is when we enter into the kingdom of heaven. You know, that's when we're going to have everything that our hearts desire. You tired of working your 9 to 5, you tired of paying bills? Well, wait till the kingdom. I got another precept. Romans 11 and 7. Same chapter.
This is Romans chapter 11, verse 7. It says, "What then Israel hath not obtained that which he seeketh for?"
Because every Israelite is looking for something. They're looking for the truth. They're looking for something that can make them, you know, make them rich or whole, or you know, something that they can benefit from. You know what I mean?
Again, Romans 11 and 7, it says, "What then Israel hath not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election hath obtained it, and the rest were blinded."
Yeah, because the elect, they know the truth. They know what the Most High is getting ready to do. And really, the inside scoop is when you cross over into the knowledge of the fact that you're an Israelite, and you start, you know, taking it seriously, you know, applying certain things to your life. You know what I'm saying? Taking action.
Applying words to action.
Yeah. So only the elect are gonna see what's true in this world. You know what I mean?
Only the elect is going to benefit from this. Because they're the only ones that's going to believe it.
Exactly. And even only the elect are gonna get delivered from the destruction. When the missiles, the ICBM missiles drop, the hypersonic missiles drop on this land. Because it ain't no surviving that.
Right.
You're gonna have to get delivered. Why do you think the Bible speaks about deliverance? You know, right now, the Israelites are in the land of their enemies. They're held captive. You know, we're the ones that need to be rescued. We're the ones that need a savior because systematically we're oppressed.
We're the ones constantly getting persecuted. You don't see other Edomites, even if it is happening. You don't always see it. You see Jay getting killed by police.
And it doesn't even matter if it's, another Edomite that's being oppressed. Systematically, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, they do not have any power over the banks, the government, any type of resource you can name. We don't have control over that. But Esau does.
Right.
And the fact that he even shuts out his own people from his blessing, you could say, lets you know how selfish Esau is.
Because every kingdom you have rulers and you have subjects. The people on this sign are the subjects.
Because this could be like a I guess you could say a world that runs more peacefully and better than what it does now, but it's not the case because Esau is in power. You know what I'm saying? His whole system and his lifestyle is predicated on everything being obtained fast and in a timely manner. Why do you think microwaves exist? You also have restaurants like the fast food chains. Everything is fast. It's consolidation. You know what I'm saying? And that's also based off of capitalism. So really, if this was like a laissez-faire system in country that we lived in, or even worlds, where everybody just had their plot of land, and they didn't have to really pay no taxes, and they would just live on their own and not have to be bothered and get told what to do by a government, then this would really be a better society that we live in. However, since we're stuck underneath this capitalist system, that means you gotta stay with your job that you hate.
Right.
That means you gotta pay rent. You gotta pay a mortgage. You know what I'm saying?
Got it pretty set. This is John chapter 8, verse.
Because how is it that he's selling you water, like water that's bottled? Like, how is that possible?
But then if you go out and you try and collect rainwater, he'll find you. This is John chapter 8. I'll start the 31st verse.
If you think about it, you can't even live. Like,
But you can't.
it costs money just to live, just to exist.
And the price of it is going up. This is John chapter 8, verse 31. John 8:31, laying back in Romans 11 and 7. It says, Then said Yahushua to those Jews which believed on him, If ye continue in my word, then are ye my disciples indeed. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. So we really understand what's going on here. So we're not really going through the motions like the rest of the people in this world. We know what's going on and we know what's coming to pass.
Hey man, don't tell me to go and vote for one of these candidates.
I'm tired of hearing that
Because
shit.
we way past that.
I'm tired of hearing that shit. But again, people are slaves.
This guy Trump is talking about he wants to get rid of income tax. He did an interview with Joe Rogan. He's like, yeah, I want to bring back tariffs. Nigga, don't you understand that that's predicated on how the economy is doing? So within the economy, you have import and export. Don't you realize that a country can just say, all right, we want to put tariffs on us, we're not going to do business with you.
Exactly.
Don't you know that that would put an ice cold standstill on the economy and it'll make things worse?
And it's not up to him if we have income tax, we pay income taxes or not. That's not a decision he makes.
That's up to the IRS.
Like, what the fuck are we going? What the fuck are we talking about?
It's also up to the rich elite, global banking families, because they're the ones who decide who the next president's going to be.
Right.
And the way this is looking, it doesn't matter who wins, because this world war is getting ready to spark off. Things is getting escalated out of control.
This is Psalms 36. The point is the 4th verse, but I'll start at the first. It says, to the chief musician, a psalm of David, the servant of the Lord Yahweh. It says, the transgression of the wicked saith within my heart, that there is no fear of the Most High before his eyes. For he flattereth himself in his own eyes, until his iniquity be found to be hateful. The words of his mouth are iniquity and deceit.
So that's speaking about Esau. Understand that. It said deceit, right?
Yeah, iniquity and deceit.
Didn't the Native Americans say that they speak with a forked tongue? Because they came up with all these treaties, and like, all right, we'll work with you. And then come to find out, that they end up violating those treaties. Esau's like, nah, we want to take that land anyway. Take that. Oh, you got all your land? You got gold? Oh, we need that. And that's when they put Gad, the so-called Native Americans, on reservations.
Did you see that video of Biden? He was like, they tried to show him like running, and then they caught a video of him, and he was like, right now, I'm going to apologize to the Native Indians for what we did to them, something to that effect.
I didn't see that, but
Right?
That sounds ill.
Right around the election time. What a coincidence. You had all this time to say apologize to them, but you want to apologize to them now, 2 weeks before the election.
Well, that
Like,
guy's,
who the fuck is falling for this?
That guy's out of his mind anyway.
He seen him, he tried to hit a slow jog to try and show people, I'm still spry.
Did you see that video when Obama was scolding him? You saw that video?
Nah.
Obama was scolding him. They was having a conversation.
Really?
Obama's like, listen, something like that. He's telling him something. And that's the only time you ever hear from that guy is in this election season.
Right.
Obama, he did his 8 years and he rode off into the sunset.
He did his bit. Go back to Psalms chapter 36, the 3rd verse. It says, the words of his mouth are iniquity and deceit. He hath left off to be wise and to be good. He deviseth mischief upon his bed. He setteth himself in a way that is not good. He abhorreth not evil.
Abhor means to avoid, right?
Yeah.
So he embraces evil.
That's his MO. He's the devil. He'd be going off if he was righteous.
Why do you think they pushed the vibration of Halloween? Halloween's coming up, right?
Yeah.
Whereas Halloween is a pagan holiday. So what kind of country celebrates Halloween, which is wicked?
You even got Christians celebrating Halloween. Unless you know that ain't about shit.
But you know why they do that? It's because of money.
Yeah, Christians especially now, they're worldly as hell. Like I remember before, like when I was coming up, we didn't celebrate Halloween. But now, Christians, they celebrate Halloween. This is
Yeah, the earth needs a reset, man.
a new heaven and a new earth.
You might as well read that next.
Yeah, I'll start at the top. There's Revelation 21:1. It says, and I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there were no more sea.
Yeah, so new meaning renew,
Refresh.
rejuvenated. And it said no more sea, so the sea is a representation of the people.
It says, and I, John, saw the
Now you
holy
good, you
city, New Jerusalem, coming
Y'all speak
down.
English?
God bless you. God bless you.
Y'all speak English?
No, no.
Yeah, you speak English. You an Israelite, man.
This is Revelation 21:1 again. It says, and I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from the Most High out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband.
So that vision that John saw was the Israelites coming down from the chariot, the fathership, and taking over the world. Why do you think it says a new heaven, right?
Yeah.
A new earth? Because once the Israelites get the opportunity to take over the world and rule, it's gonna be like a complete 180. Like the stuff that you see going on now, we're not gonna have that in the kingdom.
Right.
All this wickedness.
The Israelites come back to set this land, straight. They're gonna have to come and establish order necessarily. It says, and I heard a great voice out of the heavens say, behold, the tabernacle of the Most High is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and the Most High himself shall be with them, and be their power.
Yeah, and be their power. Notice how it says their power. You know, there's the false understanding that the Most High is universal and he's for every nation on this earth, when according to the scriptures, he's only dealing with the Israelites. That's what the kingdom's for. And then as far as the other nations go, they're just going to be under us. And there's nothing wrong with that. What's wrong with that?
It's better to be under us than this devil.
Exactly. And we under Esau right now, and look how that's working.
Right.
So imagine a complete transfer of wealth and power. Just imagine that. And the Israelites obtain control over the world. It's going to be a better way of living.
Right. Because everything Esau does, this whole system is established by him. He just undid the word of the Most High. It's like everything that the Lord, prescribed, he does the complete opposite. Literally everything.
Esau, he had us in slavery, hardcore, hundreds of years ago, and he still has us in slavery now. Whether it be you having to have an SSI number, birth certificate, or paying taxes, you know what I mean? We're just slaves to a different degree now, you know what I mean? Shoot, you wanna even stay in this society, you literally have to have a job. Let's be homeless.
So you can't even really function in this society without a fucking bank account.
Like you can't really just go fully off the grid because you're still gonna have to pay taxes, property taxes. You know what I mean?
Revelation 21, the 4th verse, it says, and the Most High shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are all passed away.
So there's not going to be no more pain for the Israelites, whether it be mentally, spiritually, or physically. Because this pain, knowing that you got to do another day in this kingdom. This is really like a bid that we serve.
For real. Every time that fucking alarm clock go off, you be like, God damn. How much longer? Last verse.
Then when we end up in the kingdom, it's like, me and him, we did a bid together. He was over there in Babylon, fucked up.
It's my Cody. This is Revelation 21 and 5. And he that sat upon the throne said, behold, I will make all things new. And he said unto me, write, for these words are true and faithful.
Yep, that's true and faithful. So, the end all be all is the kingdom of heaven. I really don't know what else to say to you people. You want what your heart desires, you're just going to have to wait until the kingdom is heaven. And if you're another nation, then you're going to be excluded. It's just a reality. I just gave it to you in a nutshell. But we can see it so clearly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if we break this down and explain it, to the average person, it's gonna go over their heads.
Right. They're
Why?
gonna look at you like you're bugging.
Why? It's because of Romans 11 and 7. The election has obtained it, and the rest were blinded. So this information is only for the elect. Once you understand that, you stop trying to teach everybody. Because you understand that not everybody's meant to be taught. There has to be a 2/3. But what we will do is we'll keep doing our thing, teaching the scriptures, putting up videos, you know what I mean?
Right.
Whether people listen or not. And then also, let's get into the family of the word. Because if you ask me, not even me, the internet is just a phase. Like, it's just an era that's getting ready to be played out. Because they're going to cut it off, man. You think we're going to be up on YouTube forever? Putting up videos, think we're going to be out here in the highways and byways teaching? No, the time is going to come where there's going to be dystopia. You're not going to be able to teach out here no more. There's not going to be no more videos.
And that's what people are gonna want to get right. They're gonna be looking for the Israelites then. Right now they just ignore you. But when all hell breaks loose, they're gonna be looking for you. That's Jake for you.
But by then it's gonna be too late. People are like, oh, he's like, what was that scripture they was talking about?
Right.
Is it MOTB? Where is that in the Bible? Oh,
Don't worry about it. This is Amos chapter 8, verse 11.
Somebody asked me in that point in time, if somebody asked me like, yo, should I take it? You know what I'm gonna say? I'm gonna be like, I don't want to influence your decision. I'm not even gonna give you an answer.
Right. And we're not wrong for that. They had all the time in the world to get it.
Don't ask me what I'm gonna do.
They squandered the grace period. This is Amos.
You might say like, nah. You might give them the explanation as to why they shouldn't do it, and then next thing you know, they sell you down the line. They be like, it's that nigga over there.
Right.
He's not getting down with it.
This is Amos chapter 8, verse 11.
I already got mine, so what's up with you?
Don't worry about me. This is Amos chapter 8, verse 11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it.
So that can happen in many ways. They can get rid of the internet, take us off YouTube. We could end up in jail. What else? Give me some more.
What you said? You said end up in jail?
Take us off YouTube and internet. End up in jail. What else?
Shit, you try and come out here trying to set up camp, they might write your ass a citation.
They might try to ban the Bible. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because it should really be dead obvious that when they come out with the MOTB, that's Bible prophecy. Like that's literally out of the scriptures.
Right.
Like, you might not even have to be that deep into the scriptures to understand that too.
Right.
Because remember before you came into the truth, you knew about the mark of the beast.
Yeah.
You didn't quite know exactly what it was, but you had an inclination or an inference that it was something physical. You know what I mean?
And even like in the world, we was in Christianity, and we didn't really understand the Bible. We still had a reverence for it, we still had a respect for the Bible. So anybody coming to try and abolish the Bible, let you know, that's just wicked. That was it in Amos. Read something real quick.
So the time is now for you, Jakes. At least the elect.
This is Isaiah chapter 6. I'm going to start the 6th verse. It says, Then flew one of the seraphims unto me, having a live coal in his hand, which he had taken with the tongues from off the altar. And the seraphim's like an angel. It says, And he laid it upon my mouth, and said, Lo, this hath touched my lips, and thine iniquity is taken away, and thy sin purged. Also I heard the voice of the Lord saying, Whom shall I send, and who will go for us? Then said I, Here am I, send me. And he said, Go and tell this people, Hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see ye indeed, but perceive not.
So this people is speaking about the Israelites.
It says, Make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes.
So the heart is symbolic for the mind. If you go into the Hebrew, it means mind.
It says, Lest they see with their eyes and hear with their ears.
Because they all have ears, they all have eyes to see what's going on, to hear this word, right? But does it register with them?
No.
It doesn't. Like I said before, there has to be a 2/3 fuel for the fire. After that, get Isaiah 9 and 5.
It says, And hear with their ears and understand with their heart, and convert and be healed. Then said I, Lord, how long? And he answered, Until the cities.
Read it again from the top.
Where I started from?
Yeah.
All right, Isaiah 6 and 6. It says, Then flew one of the seraphims unto me, having
No, the 9th verse.
It says, And he said, Go and tell this people, Hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see ye indeed, but perceive not. Make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert and be healed. Because it's an angel that's blocking people from understanding this truth. You got angels that's blocking them from getting it, and then you got the angels that's opening up the elect's minds to receive it. It's not up to us who gets the truth or not. You got angels that the Lord sent forth to do this work.
Exactly. And the angels, they're invisible beings. You know that other scripture where it speaks about the angel encampeth around them, round about, as a protection. So you have angels that are around. You know what I'm saying? You also have death angels that deliver judgment. There'll be a spirit that jumps on to an individual, and then the individual does something, that's considered heinous. But really, it's the judgment of the Lord. You know what I mean?
Right. You got, in the Bible, it speaks of evil angels. Because people, when they think of angels, they just think of, the babies with
happy babies with
the harps, shooting arrows and shit. Yeah, like that's what they think of. You got certain angels whose job it is to bring forth wickedness and just be a demon. That was their lot. What'd you call for it? That was in Isaiah?
Isaiah 9 and 5.
This is Isaiah chapter 9, verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given.
Yeah, so actually, you might even start off and get some context on there.
May as well start the. Let's start the second verse. This is Isaiah chapter 9, verse 2. It says, The people that walked in darkness have seen a great light.
So you have the people that walk in darkness, whether it be the Israelites or whether it be the heathen nations.
It says, The people that walked in darkness have seen a great light. They that dwell in the land of the shadow of death.
The land of the shadow of death is America.
It says, Upon them hath the light shined.
Yeah, because believe it or not, the prophets are back in today's time. We don't know who they are by name, but you have the prophets that are back, prophesizing the downfall of this kingdom and prophesizing about the coming kingdom of heaven. You know what I mean?
Your eyes shall see your teachers.
Right.
Says, thou hast multiplied the nation and not increased the joy before thee according to the joy in harvest, and as men rejoice when they divide the spoil. For thou hast broken the yoke of his burden, and the staff of his shoulder, the rod of his oppressor, as in the day of Midian. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. For unto us a child is born.
Yeah, there shall be burning and fuel for the fire. So when the missiles drop, I mean, you can just imagine the amount of death that's going to take place in that day. In America, because, I mean, you know how they have like doomsday bunkers now, but that's really only for the rich.
Right.
So how you gonna make it? You gonna hide under a table?
I'm telling you, once those missiles drop, there's nothing you can do. If you're not beamed up, you through.
Exactly.
You are through. Isaiah 9:6 says, for unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given.
Oh man, this is speaking about Yahweh. So yes, the Messiah, the Lord, is prophesied about in the Old Testament.
It says, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor.
Yahweh, he's gonna be the one who has really, you know, I guess you could say like the #1 crown on his head. You know how the Bible speaks about how he's King of Kings, Lord of Lords.
Right. He was the first spirit created. It says the mighty power, the everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace.
Prince of Peace, that's one of his nicknames.
It says of the increase of his government and peace there shall be no end.
Yeah, in peace there shall be no end. So, I mean, you want world peace now? Well, that's not going to be the case. Until the Israelites are placed back into their rightful place, you ain't going to see no world peace. You're not going to see harmony and love. You're not going to see that.
It says upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom, to order it and to establish it with judgment and with justice from henceforth, even forever.
Because King David's coming back.
So,
And if you want to get deep, King David is Peter. Because remember Yahweh gave Peter the keys to the kingdom?
right. It says the zeal of the Lord Yahweh, the power of hosts, will perform this.
I just love that saying too, but yeah, I got the keys to the kingdom. They gave him the keys to the kingdom.
That's it on that?
Yep.
This is Matthew chapter 11, verse 28. It says, come unto me, all ye that labor.
And they're going to close on that.
Matthew 11:28 says, come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light.
So that's truth. It's like water to a desert. It's refreshing. You know, it brings you back to life. It's rest for your soul.
Right. Understanding the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that's in the scripture, you know, it really brings you peace. You know, if we didn't have this knowledge, we'll be through out here.
Because it's one thing to know, you know, that the world is in a messed up state, but it's another to know why the world is in a messed up state. We really know the ins and outs. We know the reasons why for things. And once you can explain that or break that down, you only enter into a different level of understanding. So, you know, as for us, that's where we're at right now.
Yeah, because there's really layers to this. Like, okay, understanding, you know, the predicament we're in, but also understanding that it was the Heavenly Father that put us in this predicament. But if you try, people in the world, they're not gonna understand that. Like, why would He do that to us? Because we was going off, and He had to chastise us, you know. And at the end of the day, it's all Bible prophecy. So He has to fulfill His word.
And we know who the enemy is, the top enemy, which is Easter.
Right.
Therefore, we're not gonna put our faith and trust into His system.
Or trying to war with each other.
Yeah, because how we have an enemy and then we're enemies amongst ourselves too.
Right.
You see, we understand that, so that's why, you know, we're not out here, you know, committing crimes against our fellow Israelites, even though they might be 2/3.
That's it on that.
So with that, we're gonna close. Shalom until next time.
Shalom.